proper analysis, not some kind of like bullshit. And not something that's gonna just annoy us. Kate and Jimbo. We wanna see a bit of football chat, not like the rest of the other football crap. Hey, we wanna get it with the realness. Oh, baby. Kate and Jimbo.
Welcome back to Kate and Jimbo. You've made it. It's Friday, and it's the day before England play Norway in the quarterfinals. It's Jeff Stelling. He confused me because he said Mexico. So I hope everyone's well and not melting. I'm very close to melting away, but I'm still here. Jimbo, how the devil are you? Are you hot?
Very hot. I've got 2 fans on me and I'm still hot. But see, because I've got Mediterranean blood, I feel the heat more.
No, I think I feel the heat more because I haven't got Mediterranean blood and I'm absolutely dying here. But we thought we'd jump on, do a quick show, see how everyone's doing, bring you any news that we've got, which isn't actually loads, but the chat normally provides us things to talk about. So crack on, chat. Let us know if there's anything you've got to tell us, anything you want to talk about. Let's have a look who's in the chat. We've got Tottenham's Therapy. First comment of the day. Big up Kate and Jimbo. I hope you're both well, not struggling too much in this heat like me. No, we are definitely struggling. Went outside today, put the hose on, hosed my dogs down and a bit of myself as well. It's just too warm. Big up Rob. Good to see you, my lovely. Big up Ben Bryant. Good to see you. Both YouTube members there. Big up to 420 Coys. Hope you're good. Lovely Shems in the house. Hope you are well. Hope mum's well. Hope everything's good in your world. Another YouTube member. Gary Ball, another YouTube member. Saw you last night on lovely Luke over at Spotlight on Spurs. Saw you in the chat. Good to see you. Hope you're doing good. Carl, one of our favourite gooners, is in the house. Big up to you. I hope you're well. So, Jimbo, I've got Mediterranean blood. That's why I hate the fake heat in this country. Where is your Mediterranean blood from, Shem? Let us know.
The thing with the heat in this country is it's just hot. You don't get a breeze.
No nighttime coolness.
Yeah, it's a bit humid. Like, I mean, I lived in Arizona and it was much, much hotter than this. But because it wasn't humid, it was kind of more sufferable. And when I lived in Florida, where it was really hot but humid, I'd be changing my clothes 3 times a day. But in Arizona, because it's a dry heat, it's more sufferable.
Yeah, this heat is just ridiculous. And at night, it doesn't get any cooler. Lovely Jane, I hope you're doing well. Let us know how you're feeling. Good to see you. Good afternoon, Simon Cohen. Good to see you. Luco Ash is in the house. Turkish Cypriot is our Shem. So many Cypriots are Tottenham fans. Unreal. Big up to you. Jimbo is half Maltese. So I am a full English, apart from the fact I don't have a sausage. Ha ha. I am full English. Yeah, hope everyone's good. Big up Nippon. Good to see you. Haven't seen you for a while. Hope you're doing well. Been a bit of news today from a certain Mr. Chris Cowling, who, you know, I've got a lot of time for Chris, and I do usually spot on with what he said. But there's news come out today, Jimbo, that Tottenham are in discussions now with Kolo Muani. Surely this can't be true.
I don't know. Why would we bring him back? I mean, look, I heard De Zerbi talking about him, and he really talked about him highly. And he must be. There must be a footballer in there because he was nearly 100 million euros, wasn't he? But we never saw it. He had flashes, but I mean, I find that very strange.
It was reported from Tutto Sport in Italy, and it said Tottenham have made an offer for the French international Rando Kolo Muani, who spent time on loan at Spurs last season. But Juventus, where he also had a loan spell, remain favourites to sign the 27-year-old PSG forward. well, Juventus, you're welcome to him. I mean, I just don't believe it.
No, I don't.
I don't think there's any truth in that whatsoever.
Maybe they try to get Juventus to up their game.
Maybe, so get it moving along.
Yeah.
Nippon, I saw your question. We'll come to that. We will be talking about England in a little while. Afternoon, Tottenham is YouTube member says, afternoon, lovely Kate and the legend Jimbo. Hoping for a bomber. Here we go today. Hope for one every day. Zedia says, a woman without a sausage sounds old-fashioned. No comment. All good. Thank you, Kate. Back to work next week. Wow. Well, you look after yourself, Jane. Take care of yourself. No, I agree, Simon. It does feel like that would be some sort of April Fool's Day joke, but we'll see. Stephen Maunders in the house said, I have 3 fans going full on and still struggling. My very furry Persian cat is hogging them. He needs more than I do. Yeah, the animals are suffering, to be fair. He was one of Emi Martinez's save away from winning France the World Cup. I used to holiday in Corfu a lot, big up Simon, and it was regularly hotter than this, but there was pools and lounges everywhere, and the heat doesn't stick to you there. It feels lighter, but the sunburn is worse. So hard to catch a breath here. It's such a thick, heavy heat. Ben Bryant's feeling confident about England. Don't believe the no-goal Mawani, just a way to get Juve to hurry up and cough up some money.
That's what I think.
Are we really believe in want Mawani back? No. Yes, I agree. Surely we can't bring him back. Yeah. Big up Moondog coming in with a super chat. Good to see my friend. Also a YouTube member says, no, Mawani, don't want him anywhere near our club. Yes.
Moondog.
I make you completely right. It was also reported, and I thought it was SZY that reported it, but I can't find the tweet. It was reported as well that we are now the only club really that are in for Junior Kroupi or Eli Kroupi Jr. I mean, Bournemouth are saying he's not for sale, Jim, but we know that everyone's for sale at the right price. If you had to give me a percentage of how confident you are we get this over the line, what are you thinking?
Well, look, you've got a. It's echoing. Sounds like it's echoing.
Not for me. No.
You've got to look at it that it depends what's true, what's being said. If it's true that he said that he wants to come to Tottenham, and then I would give it 80-20. But if that's not true and we're just going to put in an offer and see where we stand, it's going to be 50-50 for me. But if he said he wants to come to Tottenham, he's open to come to Tottenham, and then I would think it would probably happen.
Yeah, it's kind of like everything, isn't it? You never really know what the truth is. It's somewhere in the middle. So, it's a bit like don't want to talk about that mob up the road, but the whole Bruno Guimaraes thing, he came out one day saying he wants to stay at Newcastle. He now has apparently come out and said he wants to go to Arsenal. I can't help it. I do feel a little bit sorry for Newcastle. I know you don't, Jim, but they are being absolutely ravaged. If they lose Bruno Guimaraes as well, I just don't know where they go.
Why would we feel sorry for them? Why? Would they feel sorry for us if we got relegated? Would they feel sorry for us if we lost all our players? They wouldn't give a shit. They'd probably take the piss. So, no, I don't feel sorry for them. Don't feel sorry for no club. I've got enough sorrow for my own club over the last few years.
For Arsenal to even be talking about Bruno with 60 million is a joke. They've got to be putting up way more than that. But yeah, Newcastle fans must be thinking, what on earth is going on? Big up Danny Kiriakou. Good to see you, my friend. Do you think we'll smash our transfer record again before the window shuts? I'm saying no.
It's possible. The price of players now. Depends who they go for, but I would probably say if I had to put a bet on it, I'd probably say no. But I think we're going to get close to it again. I think we're going to do another one between 80 and 100.
Yeah, I mean, Kroupi, I think maybe if we do go for him, you're looking at probably around 80 million, but I don't see us going up to that sort of 92 upwards mark for anyone else. But you know what? Who knows? Apparently, Spurs are favourites for Rashford. I mean, Man United are already talking about how they might be able to use him next season. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with him. I'm not enamoured by him, despite the fact I think he's better than what we got. I just don't really like his attitude. We've all seen that he can down tools when he gets the and I don't know if I want that in my club. We've had that too many times before.
How old is he now, Kate? Do you know?
Is he 20 not? No, maybe not as old as that. Let me look. Rashford. He is 28. And he was born on
All right,
Halloween.
so we could get so if we bought him, we could get at least 3-4 years out of him. I'm a bit on the fence. If you want to know the truth, I think that if we got Rashford and not Kroupi or who's the other one, the French kid?
Leao.
Yeah, Leao. I think I might be a little bit underwhelmed. I really hope we get one of them two or both of them. And I'm just not. Rashford's a good player. He is on his day. He's a very good player, but I think his attitude stinks.
Adam Gill says, if you couldn't get Kroupi, would you put big money down for two wingers and take a gamble on Vlahovic on a free? I think we're desperate for two wide men and being free. If he didn't cut it, we can sell. I'm not overly fussed by Vlahovic. I never have been. I know there's certain people. I know Adrian really likes him. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what striker I'd go for if Kroupi doesn't work out. Any thoughts, Jim?
I don't really know much about him, Kate. I know who he is, obviously. I've not seen him play too much. I can only go by what other people have said. And he's like a mixed bag, isn't he? He seems to be a bit Marmite. Some people really like him, would like him to come, and other people saying they wouldn't want him near the club. But I haven't really seen enough of him to make my own comments on him.
To be honest, you know what I do? And this is going to be so contradictory to what I've just said about Newcastle. I'd rather than go for a Vlahovic, I'd go in and offer him decent money for Voltemard because Newcastle fans don't like him. He's not being utilised the right way by Eddie Howe. So I would rather than go for a Vlahovic, I'd go for a Voltemard. Sorry, Newcastle.
So you just say you feel sorry for him, but you want to dismantle them some more. You're ruthless.
They don't like him. I watched the Newcastle fans yesterday saying they wasted money on him. He's shit. He's not shit at all. He's just not played in the right way with Eddie Howe. So we're seeing Newcastle selling their best players and replacing them with youngsters could be a difficult season. Yeah, I agree completely. He does in certain photos. Ricky Sachs does look like Tonali. 420 Coys and Jane Ketley both saying they don't want Marcus Rashford. So's Gary Ball as well. It looks to me that Newcastle are now adopting our previous model of buying young players under 40 mil. Good luck with that. Yeah, he is Portuguese. But you know what? When Jim says, that French kid, I knew exactly who he meant because Jim and I
thought he was French. Sorry, it's because he plays in France. Is he playing France? I think he's playing in France, isn't he? Is he?
He is playing AC Milan.
Oh, right. I don't know. I got mixed up. It's hot. My brain's fried. I thought he was French, but really, I'm not thinking because I heard someone say the other day something about him in the World Cup that he played well. Even the game they lost, they said he played well when he lost 1-0.
Yeah, look, I get it, but I just, I'm not convinced that's the way forward. A few people are saying get Osherman. I'm not sure that will happen. I don't ever see Osherman going to a club with no Champions League for a start. Spurs rumoured to sanction Telsal for 30 million euros. I'd actually be a little bit gutted by that, if I'm honest, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Rashford would be a marginal improvement on what we've got, and marginal just seems like a waste of money since he has that English nationality tax slapped on. Maybe if we get desperate, but not for me. Yeah, I hear you. Afternoon, lovely Fiona, YouTube member. Hope you're well. Leao left France for AC Milan, Jim. So you were partly right there.
Do you know what? I don't think there's any chance we get Rashford. I think his wages are going to be the downfall of it because he's going to want too much money, and he's definitely not a Kane, is he?
No, he's definitely not. a little bit, something I heard on a show we was watching, Jimbo. I don't know if it was Rants and Bants. I don't know if it was Football's 12th Man. But someone said, it might have even been TalkSport, I don't know. But someone said, I mean, Tottenham have brought in Van Heck, Senesi, but are they actually better than what you've got, Van der Ven and Romero? And whoever it was said no, he was Tottenham fan. And he went, so really you're not improving your squad. What do you make of that? Do you think that it is a case of we're just adding depth? Or do you think either of Senesi or Van Hecker are better than either Van der Ven or Romero? I mean, what do you make of that statement?
Well, this isn't my opinion. This is so many people's opinions that I've heard that they're the two best ball playing centre backs in the league. All right. So the way De Zerbi wants to play that's going to be, brilliant. And they're both really, really, really good defenders. So it doesn't matter if they're better or they're not better, Kate. It's the strength in depth that matters. So it's going to be different people's opinions if they're better than Romero and Van der Ven, right? But it's the strength in depth. Go on.
Go on. No, I was going to say my answer to that sort of statement would have been, well, for the system that De Zerbi wants to play, both Senesi and Van Heck are better suited than Romero, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I don't think we're just adding and going sideways. I think we're improving the squad and the first team because, like I say, Romero availability is the best ability, and he's injured a lot. He gets red carded. He's a bit of a bozo. So
you're not buying them to replace them, right? You're not buying them to replace them. You're buying them to add to them. Maybe I think Romero, if he goes, obviously want to be replacing him, but you're buying them to add with them, so you've got your back line solid. So if one's injured or out, the other one comes straight in, and you're getting a practically like for like.
Yeah. Yeah, I just thought it's a bit of a throwaway comment. Just another rival fan trying to shit on Tottenham.
Look, I think that we've got everybody rattled at the minute, which is nice to see. I'm seeing people saying that we won't finish in the top 10. We struggle to get top 6. Let's just go into the season and show them. That's all we need to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. What's this? The World Cup final halftime show is expected to be between 30 and 45 minutes with performances from Madonna, Shakira, Burna Boy, BTS, Justin Bieber, Gustavo Dudamel, and PS22 Chorus featuring Coldplay. Halftime show for 45 minutes. They do understand this is a football match, right? How can you have half time for 45 minutes? What the frig is going on? I know it's in America, but that is ridiculous. Jim, I mean, players could... do you know what? I don't even know what to say.
Are you sure that's right? It's not...
Yeah, David Ornstein's just tweeted it. Oh, my God. Do you know what? I've got no words. This is why America should never, ever have hosted the World Cup. It's an absolute fucking disgrace. 45 minutes for half time. That's a half of football. I don't know what to say. Big up Anonymous Hero from sunny Cyprus. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Big up Steve as well. What other players do you want Spurs to finish with? I mean, we did get asked the one player we'd like last night on Luke over at Spotlight on Spurs, and I said Marmoush, and Jimbo said Junior Kroupi, but that's not enough. Even if those two came in, I think we need... I mean, are you still on the Savinho train, Jim, or have you...
Well, I just think I'm getting geared up for it, Kate, because I'm just... I think he's coming. Everything I hear is that they're still working on it, unless they're it's a ruse that they're working on, making out they're working on that, and they're going somewhere else. But I think in a minute they're playing a bit of hardball City by the sounds of it, or they're waiting to get someone to replace him, because I don't see why it would take so long, because we've been working on it for nearly 6 months. So it's a bit.
I mean,
go on.
I'm still not sold on Savinho. I'd like Marmoush. I still am not sure who I really want. I mean, that guy said last night, that Chris, that he'd like Akliouche. It looks like he's already gone somewhere else, but I would have loved him. I'm not sure. I think Junior Kroupi is too much of a risk at that price. I can't help it. I think he's had one good season. We should learn our lesson from Solanke. He'd had one good season. Richarlison had one good season.
Great players have to start with a good season, so you can look at it both ways. Because he's had a good season, it don't mean he's going to be a flop like other players have been. There's other players that have had their first good seasons and then kicked on to have another 12 good seasons. So
yeah, I agree. But you think we would learn our lesson? You know, Solanke one good season.
Why?
Richarlison one good season.
Look, if De Zerbi's looked at him, right, and he can see that he's a top footballer that's going to bang in goals and work for the team, get assists, who are we to say that he's a one-season wonder?
We'll see. I just think for the 85 million or whatever they're touting around, it's too much. Again, with Leao, he's another one. I'm not sure. Marmoush is a flop. He started off like a steam train, then he got injured. I think there's a really top player in there. Rafa Leao, when he's on it, is a great player. I mean, Kroupi might end up being the next absolute megastar. I just think it's so much money. I don't know. I really don't know. Big up.
Is it coming out of your bank, is it?
Ooh, sarcasm is the lowest form of wit, dear.
Well, I'm just saying, is it coming out of your bank? Why would you worry what we pay? If he fits what De Zerbi wants, who cares what they pay? If he wants him and he thinks he's going to be part of the jigsaw, and then get him in.
Because it's too much money. They're taking us for mugs for that price. Even PSG and Arsenal seem to have walked away. Too much money. Big up, Rodney Rowett says, big up you beauties. I now understand the term living in your head rent free. Spurs are on everyone's lips and I love it. Come on, you Spurs. PS, get ready for the backlash when we lose one game. These football experts, every other fan base will be on it.
Maybe we won't lose a game.
Akliouche joining PSG. I mean, what a team they've got. Big up, Eric. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you are doing well. Galby says, I think De Zerbi is definitely having second thoughts on Savinho. He was on the previous wanted list, but might be on De Zerbi. Kroupi is 19. He may have only had one good season, but this is his first season in the Premier League. Yeah, Spurs need to show hunger, even with top players. Lack of hunger or sloppy can cost you regardless. Where Spurs finish, if they can improve year after year. Big up to Benny for sending everyone over from the coffee company. Big up lovely Cuba. Big up Ryan as well. Big up Brian Daigle as well for sending everyone over. Azama says Kroupi is a risk for sure, but it's not our money. I get that. And I've been one of these people. I did a whole video on it. Why are people bothered? It's not our money. However, is it sustainable really to just keep paying top dollar for players? I mean, I get Tonali, because for me, he is a top player. I get Fernandez to an extent, although we probably did pay a little bit more than we should have. But Kroupi, it just seems so excessive. And he's got very little physicality as well. So he's going to need somebody alongside him. I don't know.
So if we don't get him, who are we going to get in? It's a very limited market, Kate.
I just said I'd go all out for Voltemada. He's tall. He's got some Premier League experience. He's good in the air. He scores lots of different goals. It's just not used properly. So that's probably who I'd go for. Boogie says, buy everything that's not nailed down. Good afternoon, lovely Marianne, YouTube member. Good afternoon, Daniel Sandoval. Can't we sign Lautaro Martinez? He doesn't want to leave and come to England, so that's never going to happen. Yeah, 85 mil for a 20-year-old who's had one good season is a lot. A lot. Big up, Sonny says, love your shows. Thank you. That's extremely kind. I hope you're doing well.
Kate, if they go and get Kroupi, I don't really care what they pay for him. I don't. We can afford to do it. Right? If he's a part of the jigsaw that De Zerbi wants, go and get him in. You know, he's going to score goals with the team that we're building. If they buy the right wingers, he's going to score goals. So,
listen,
unless he had a season where it was just pure luck, right? Which I can't see that. He's going to score goals. So, I mean, I don't really get.
No, I get it. Look, I've always said if De Zerbi wants him, he'll get my backing, and I do feel the same. If De Zerbi says Kroupi is the guy for me, then we should go all out and get him.
What do you think Tottenham should pay for him then, realistically?
Well, in today's market, I think 65, 70 would be a lot. So I wouldn't pay any more than 70, but I just don't think we're getting for that. And I think that's a really, really good price for a kid. But
I mean, they could start with a 60, 65 bid. See, it's a gamble both ways, right? Because we could buy him, and he could end up being a one-season wonder. But also, if we offer good money for him, and Bournemouth turn it down, and he has a bad season next season, his price is going to plummet.
Yeah.
Just look like 30. So
yeah, you're right. Afternoon, good looking, and you, Kate. That's lovely Clay. Jimbo turns 64 on Sunday. Does Jimbo? He's getting more handsome every year that goes by. It's Jimbo.
Thank you, darling.
You're welcome. Spurs have 7 friendly games. Important, especially getting up to max sharpness at 100%. That's why it's so important to get these players in early. I agree, Sonny. He is so much like Berbatov, and I just think if he's in the right team, he could be brilliant. So I would go for him, but that's me. And yeah, Sully's right. Baltimore and Kroupi together would be immense because Kroupi's got someone to play behind. Big up, Ronnie. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well. Kroupi, Junior, and Leao for me, and we are cooking. I'm cooking. I'm sweating. I'm boiling. Problem we have up top is there's no proven strikers that are available. Anyone's available if you pay the right price. Has anyone seen the hip? Oh, do you know what? Let me tell you something now. He wouldn't come on my show even if I invited him, but I'll keep we like to keep our channel as it is, chilled with no controversy, no drama, just nice and chilled. Pre-season games can be good going into season. Good to see Spurs back again, and football pre-season games with big teams playing each other are good. Yeah, of course, the players arrived back at training today. Good to see some smiley faces. Fernandez had a big smile on his face. So did Conor Gallagher. Yeah, we all like to see it. Big up to you, John Stokes. Hope you're well, my friend. Luton Dan, big up to you. Says Baltimore is terrible. He's not Prem quality. I'm sorry. He's like watching a Timu Peter Crouch. So disagree. We can go get Gonzalez Garcia from Real Madrid. Yeah, afternoon, Dan. Coming in, slating my opinions before even saying good afternoon. Hope you're well. Good to see you. Another YouTube member in the house. Just sell these players. If it don't work out, then we won't lose any money. Yeah, there is that. Oh my God, sorry, I'm having a mad hot flush. Graham says, as a non-Spurs fan, does that mean I see you? What does that mean?
Don't got a clue.
Oh my. Ben, you're so right. Prices are ridiculous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Look, at the end of the day, right, none of these players are worth what they're being sold for. But it's the market, so you have to go with it, aging like a fine wine. Thank you. You just have to go with the flow, didn't you? At least we've got the money where we can spend it now. which is a good thing. So we kind of got the jump on a few teams.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, he was born in 62. Same as W102310.
Yeah.
I was born in 78, so you know, us young'uns. Kroupi, Marmoush, Leao, and Savinho. I like all three except Savinho. Not for me. But
You're so
bless you.
disrespectful. You're so disrespectful to
I'm not
Savinho.
disrespecting him. He's just not for me. Bear in mind, we got 50 mil for a 19-year-old centre back who's never even played in the Prem. In this summer's market, 80 isn't too out there, but anything more is debatable. Yeah, you know, you've got a point there, Vuskovic. I mean, that to me was unbelievable business on Tottenham's part. Seems like we're actually getting it right when it comes to selling players. I mean, what did we get for Dragusin? 30, 40?
No, I think it was 20, 21. But he's got to hit certain criteria to get that. So,
I thought it was more than that. But even so, you know, we're getting money back. We can get sort of 25 for Richarlison. I'd sell Bergvall as well. Sarr.
I think we bought in about 80 so far.
Yeah. Big up, Ben. Thanks for the raid, my love. Hope you're well. Ben. Another member in the house. It might sound crazy, but I believe that Kulusevski as a false nine can really perform good when it comes to goals and creativity. Yeah, there's always going to be this question about whether Kulu can get back to how he was. But the proof's going to be in the pudding. I think he's a great option off the bench, and then we'll see where we go from there. I mean, Jim, it ain't like he's going to be starting every game, is it?
No, he's not. I mean, that's what I said. He's going to. They're working back slowly, right? He was out on the pitch when they taking shots. He was doing some good shots as well. They're bringing back slowly, and he won't. He was getting played too much, Kate. Him and Porro was like every single game.
Yeah.
So I think that now we've got a bigger squad of more quality players. That won't happen. I mean,
Yeah.
we was kind of in a position where we needed Kulu to play and we needed Porro to play.
Yeah. Sonny, I'm with you. Be like Crouch and Defoe, Voldemort and Kroupi. Yeah, I agree. I think people would be surprised if they see Voldemort in a good team being played the right way. Big up McCoy's, another YouTube member. Always good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well. Big up Corey as well. Good to see you. Another member. Kuva says, if you actually watch Kroupi, you see he's a natural born goal scorer. He always knows where the goal is, gets his shots away instantly with either foot. Exactly the goal scorer we don't have. Kuva, I rate him, but I just think the price is ridiculous. And it kind of, I agree with Sonny. I think if you get a Kroupi, you need someone that he can play behind because he's not got the physicality. And yes, we had Modric who didn't either, but I mean, Jim, he's your number one target, so you're agreeing with everything Kuva says, I assume.
100%. I mean, Kuva's right. If you watch him, I said this to you the other day when we were talking about it, Kate. He is a natural. You can see it. And I think Tottenham will be mad if they don't go out and bring him in this summer. I think he's exactly what we need up there with other people. You know, we can't just buy him. Yeah.
Big up, Tom. Good to see you. Other wingers, Noosa. Yeah, another one we've been linked with. Scheldeloop. I can't say that name. Barcola, never going to happen, but I love him. But I think he'll end up at Liverpool or Arsenal. Our outgoings are paid for Fernandes.
Yeah.
Yep. Elise, what a player he is. I disagree, Tom. I think Kulu will be a super sub. I think he's going to surprise a lot of people. I think he may not ever get back to his absolute best, but I think he'll play for us. You do as well, don't you, Jim?
I think he'll come back stronger than ever. I do. I think that he's the type who will work hard to get himself back fit. And sometimes look at Kane when he kept doing his ankle. Then he had a certain operation and it's never gone again. And he's been better than ever. And I think that'll happen with Kulu. He'll come back a better player. It's going to take a bit of time to get him back on the pitch like he was. But I think he'll come back stronger.
This guy was born in Barnet, went to first game in 67 with my uncle, saw Jimmy Greaves score a hat-trick and I was hooked. I have 32 first cousins, all Spurs fans, through my entire family. Come on, you Spurs. That's things we love to see.
All my see my immediate family, like my brother and that, at Chelsea. But all my cousins, Kate knows, she's met them. All my cousins are all Spurs, and I was just become Spurs from, I can't remember how old I was just a kid. And I probably become Spurs because I wanted the opposite to my brother because I hated him. So
most of my family are Spurs. It was my gramps was West Ham. West Ham, bless him. He did love West Ham. Yeah, Tom, it does make you wonder. Sorry if you can hear that. There's a plane going by. Whether they'll try Solanke with Kroupi. I mean, I'd rather buy another striker as well, but we'll see. Whoever signs Barcola will have to pay another 100 mil. What a player. What a player. What if De Zerbi wants a fluid front three and not a static number 9? Well, yeah, this is true. I did say I think a lot of his style will be fluid. Until we're all bigging up De Zerbi and the business being done, but we haven't seen a ball be kicked in De Zerbi's style yet. So it's all very exciting. What he's going to do, how he's going to play. Jim, have you still got the tennis on?
Yeah.
How's he doing?
Well, he lost the second set, so he's 2 sets down. And in this set, they're just showing a point. Hang on.
A lot of people have said he's like Jermaine Defoe. You're absolutely right. Kulu wasn't as great as we think he was. We needed him last season, but I don't think he'll be good enough to play if we'd buy the right players. Okay.
Still not come up to score. You have to wait a minute.
Is Evan Nilsson a big lad who plays with him for Bournemouth and is Solanke physical enough to play alongside him if we pulled it off? But that's what I mean. I'm wondering if that's what they'll try. Yeah, see, another one who wants Leao and Kroupi. Leao seems to be dividing a lot of the fan base. I'm happy. If De Zerbi wants them, let him have them. That's what I'd say. It's more the type of injury Kulu has. It's super complex. You could look at Xavi Simons, couldn't you, and say, is he going to come back better? I mean, I hope so, because I think he thrives in De Zerbi's style of play. But De Zerbi's tactics requires a special type of a striker, not a trade one like Richie or exactly like Solanke. That's what makes Kroupi a necessity. Interesting. I like it. Well, then Kroupi it must be. Then Kroupi it must be. He is quality, I agree. Just think it's a lot of money, but like Jimbo says, it ain't our money. So Zolis on the edge of signing for Arsenal.
He's 3-2 down, and the guy's serving. So if he wins this serve, he's going 15 up. So if the guy wins his serve, he's going to be 4-2 down.
So it's curtains.
Yeah, near enough.
Good afternoon, Kate and Jimbo. Kroupi's a player we should definitely sign, but Voltemada not for me. Look, I get it. People see different things. I just personally like Voltemada. I hope we get Barcola. Look, whoever gets him gets a baller. We're going to win the lot. Bloody hell, Tom's had a bang on the head. Who is this guy? Where's the real Tom? Kate is pronounced Elderoo. Elderoo.
Shelderoop.
Shelderoop. I don't know if that's right. I have enough trouble with English names. You've got to give the manager what he wants, and then if he fails, it's on him. Exactly. I'm sorry, we need to sell Kulu. We need to move away from the past. Look, I think you've got to give him a chance. I can't just sell him before he's kicked a ball. He's waited all this time to come back. You've got to give him a chance, surely.
I don't think it's moving away from the past because he was one of our better players. So, I mean, I think it's a case of getting him back to match fitness and then seeing how he fits in with De Zerbi. And that De Zerbi decide. I can't sit here and say he's going to work or he's not going to work, because we've got to see how he comes back and how De Zerbi uses him.
Arsenal for life's in the house. Big up to you. We know you're champions of England. Amazing what VAR can do for a team. Used to be Liverpool, now it's Arsenal. My old man's a dustman. Oh no, sorry. Sonny says my old man was QPR. My mum's young brother got me into Tottenham. Got a shirt at 89. Gaza Holston, and my first game was Charity Shield against Arsenal 0-0. I've been twice Tottenham. I've been twice Tottenham AFCL lost in semi. Never seen the score. Never seen. I've never. Do you know what? I've never watched a football match at Wembley. I can't believe it, but I never have. I've only ever seen tape that at Wembley. Never ever seen. The journey just puts me off. I hate getting there. But yeah, never. Big up the preacher says hi, Kate and Jimbo. Nice to see you both today. Love the channels. Using my fave. Oh, big shout out to you, preacher. What a nice thing to say. Thank you so very much. I went to a few Tottenham Arsenals at White Hart Lane when Alan Nielsen scored. Oh, unbelievable scenes. I liked him. Kulu has a professional mentality. It's all about getting back to his form physically, so we must give him a chance. I agree. Yeah. I agree. If you're going to see splash the cash, we might as well go for Barcola.
Would he come?
I hear it. No, he wouldn't come to a team without Champions League. It's as easy as that. Same as Osterman, same as even Harry Kane. And I don't blame them. They've got the choice of going anywhere they like, really. Jimbo went to see Pink as well, didn't he, Jim?
Yeah.
Not at Wembley, was it?
No, in America.
I've always wanted to see her because she does like acrobatics and stuff. So I always think it'd be quite cool. Someone's just come in our back door, I think.
Yeah,
Did you hear that, Jim?
Yeah, I just heard it bang.
Yeah, someone just opened our gate.
I'll let the dog out. They soon run.
Who let the dogs out? Got chased to White Hart Lane Station at about 16 years old by the Gooners. Do you know what? When I was about 13, I got started on by a load of Millwall fans in McDonald's because I had a Tottenham shirt on. I was like, what? And the Tottenham shirt said it had something about Arsenal on it. What difference does that make to Millwall fans? In Mongols. Hello, Kate and Jimbo. Spurs going to sign a proper striker and a winger. I hope so. Yeah, Jim's always said that she's been amazing. Oh my God, don't. I am so jealous. I would so love to have gone to that Jay-Z concert. Oh my God, I am ridiculously jealous, Dan. It's going to be frigging amazing. And I guarantee he brings on guests. I bet Pharrell and people like that are there. Oh, I'm so jealous. I am so jealous. I would love to see Eminem. Definitely one of my favorite artists of all time. As everyone knows, take that on my favorite because I've seen them 33 times. But they are one of my favorites. No longer will it be 3 Point Lane, Carl. No longer. You trust me. We're going to be.
Who's saying that, Carl?
Yes.
They kick your ass, Carl. We'll worry about that.
We're going to be a difficult team to beat. There ain't going to be no easy 3 points against Spurs. Big up to JK Who sending in a donation to the channel. So very kind. Thank you. Appreciate it. It all goes into the pot to make the channel bigger, better, etc., etc., etc. Next season, when Madders as captain, we will have a better mentality than last season. That's a question for the chat. Who do you want as captain next year? Because there's a lot of talk about Madders. My problem with that is he's not available enough to be captain. Someone said make him club captain, make Porro team captain. Let us know your thoughts. What do you think? Big up to the man, the myth, the legend that is Budge. Another YouTube member. Afternoon to you.
I think, right, that Van der Ven will be captain. And I think that when they get him to sign the new contract, they will tell him, you're going to be our captain. And I think that might be one of the little carrots they dangle to make him sign.
Do you know what? That's a really good point, Jimbo. Because I remember when Romero signed his new contract, we all said that he was guaranteed to be captain. And so that could be the carrot. So it wouldn't surprise me, Van der Ven, but I think the leadership group, you've got to have Madders in there. I think you've got to have Porro in there. He's committed the best years of his life now to the club. I think as well, maybe he might chuck Tonali in there. Any thoughts, Jimbo, who you think?
Well, I mean, look, they don't need to be part of the leader group to be a captain on the pitch. You know, they it's 4-3 in the third set. On the pitches where they have to back each other, get behind each other, and spur each other on. You know, like what's his name? Who's the one we just let go? Who was on loan?
Oh, Palhinha.
Palhinha, yeah. I mean, he was a captain on the pitch, that's for sure. You know, I think Gallagher will be in there as well.
I don't want Gallagher in the leadership group. I'm going to be honest.
I think I'm a bit disappointed in you, Kate, because we was talking last night, and it seems like to me you got a little bit of a downer on Gallagher.
Look, I never wanted him. I never wanted him, but anyone that watches me on the terrace, I fight tooth and nail sticking up for the guy because he's our player. But I don't buy into the Gallagher. You know, when he comes off the pitch, you know he's give it his all. I don't buy into that. I don't see that side of him. I think he's a decent player, but I wouldn't be bothered if it come out tomorrow. We're selling him. I would not batter an eyelid. Sorry.
So why does De Zerbi say when he's on the pitch, it's like having 12 players?
Because De Zerbi says all sorts of things. He's bigging up the players, making them feel like they're well-beaten.
Very disrespectful to him. That's just my opinion.
He's Chelsea.
He's not Chelsea. He's Spurs now. He's not Chelsea. He's Spurs. And Rob, thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Rob. The memberships went too. And be aware, guys, be aware. The member show is Monday at 3. So if you've just got a membership, you're welcome. We've got Couva Bear got a membership. We've got Ryan G got a membership. JK Who, Sunny, and Donna for the chairman -- delegation. Take that name off of your there's no relegation of any sort going on this channel. So, but big up to Rob, always very, very generous. Appreciate you so much. And yeah, like I say, the members show will be Monday at 3. Sunny says, I got coined by them on the way back at Wembley Way when we lost the FA Cup semi-final, coined in the head from a massive distance as there were 2 platforms each side before. Do you know what? It's crazy, isn't it?
Who's he talking about?
I think he's talking about the Goons.
Oh, I got a brick in my face when I was young at a Chelsea game, Tottenham v Chelsea.
Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about that, but you was getting on my nerves.
And it knocked my front teeth out.
That's
I've got a scar on my lip still.
Well, everyone who watches the channel regularly will know 2 years ago, I was subjected to the worst abuse I've ever had at a football match from Arsenal fans because we were sat next to the away fans at the new Tottenham Stadium, to the point where anyone who knows me knows I can take banter till the cows come home. It doesn't get to me, but this was really horrible, awful. Just I
can't be repeated.
No, yeah, and we actually left at half time and never went back in. That was my first experience of the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So there are still some horrible fans out there. You know, that's why the fans that come in here from Arsenal, from Chelsea, from anywhere, always so respectful. And, you know, it's banter and that's fine. But when they take it to the next level, it's no good. Van der Ven and Porro. Tottenham just signed VAR from Arsenal. Love it. Love it. Too soon for Tonali, says White Hart Wayne, another member. Maybe. It's only an idea. If I was poor, I'd go back, collect the money. That's brilliant. If he's coming in as first choice, give it to Robertson. I don't want a leadership group, just a captain and vice captain. Well, then for me, it's Van der Ven and Porro. They're my 2. Jim, any different? Are you going to say Madders?
Yeah, I think it'd be Van der Ven be the captain, and I think Madders would be vice captain.
Thing is with Van der Ven, when De Zerbi came in, his attitude completely changed. So
yeah, but look. See, I did say this to you at the time, Kate. when he walked off the pitch and he didn't shake Frank's hand. You don't know what's going on in the background, right? And by what we've read and what we've been told, that Frank weren't very good with the players, that he didn't speak to a few of them. There was a couple said that I think Bergville was one, and Spence was another, that he never spoke to them from one week to the next. And you can't be a manager and do that. So you can understand why some of them were upset. Maybe he was doing tactics. Well, he was doing tactics that weren't suiting us, and that maybe they'd spoke to him about it and he didn't change. You know, you just never know what's going on. You could see they weren't happy. We weren't happy as fans. So they're the players that have got to take the shit. You know? No, I don't agree with that anymore.
He's
they booed him. They booed him when we played him at Chelsea. I won't have it, Kate. No, don't disrespect our players like that. He wears the Tottenham shirt, and he said he's proud to play for Tottenham. So,
cheers, Rob, for the membership, brother. Big up, man. Love these guys. They got a great charity you guys should look into too if you've got a spare quid. Yeah, we will be doing some sort of charity stream. After last year, I've got to be honest, the 12 hours affected me for over a week with my fibromyalgia, so I'm not sure what we'll do. I would think maybe 5-6 hours charity stream, which isn't a lot, I know. But we might do things like, I don't know, I'm going to think, but, you know, we are going to do some fundraising for Legend on the Bench again. They are so busy. They've got 100 benches pending at the minute. They literally are so busy. So it's amazing what they're doing. But yeah, watch out for that. It'll be after this weather passes, probably September, I would think. We will do some sort of charity stream. Even if we do it over 2 days and just do 6 hours and 6 hours or something. But sitting here for 12 hours was a killer. Afternoon Future, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well. Yeah, De Zerbi did big up Vicario as well. Some football fans are mindless thugs and bullies. Correct. Spurs unbeaten for the first 10 games. Any chance of it happening? Look, I think we do well. I'm not sure we'll be unbeaten, but we'll see. Anything's possible in football. Kuva, don't rate Gallagher, just another talentless plodder who gets massive praise for working hard. I want proper footballers. There we go. I
disagree. I like him, and I think you need players like him in the team for certain games.
As Starmer is no longer PM, Arsenal will struggle to win the Premier League. Yeah, you're probably right. Madders and Porro for me. Look, I get it. Madders, I love. I just don't think he can stay fit long enough to be a captain. But Madison for me. Listen, Carl, they're a minority. The worst thing was I reported it to the club. I had photos, I had videos. They had videos. They knew who the guy was. They got me in touch with like a liaison officer who said the police will be in touch, and then I never heard another word. So, you know, it's not taken seriously enough for me, but hey, it is what it is.
If they can't say what they said, but for me not to be able to say what they said tells you how bad it was.
Yeah.
What words come out their mouth should never, ever come out of anybody's mouth at any time.
Yeah. But anyway, like I say, I don't tar everybody with the same brush because they are a tiny, tiny minority. And certainly not reflective of the Arsenal fans that I know or that come in this chat at all. Madison, for me, basing this on leadership and personal traits. I can't base on appearances solely. Odegaard doesn't start for Woolwich. That's true. That is true. He could still be a captain. Yeah, and that's a good point, Sully. Big up Rob, you United too, not even Tottenham by the look of it, and still donating. Rob's a good man. Very good man indeed. Very kind. In my wild days, I and others used to go into the North Bank on North London Derby Day. Good fun. And then march to the clock end as heroes. Good days. Yeah, 5 hours is loads. We'll see. We'll definitely do something. You know, we always try and do a charity stream every 3-4 months. So we will do something. No, I wish I had air conditioning. I've got a Poxy fan from TikTok shop, and it's just blowing hot air in my face. But hey, it's better than nothing. But I would love to have air conditioning. So, you know, it's just too expensive. Just can't afford it. It's like 350 quid for an air conditioning unit. And
we just lost.
Oh, shit. Mind you, at least a fitty one.
Yeah.
We love you too, Rob. Such a kind and generous fella.
Yeah, good man.
Yeah, big up to you. Imagine our midfield, Tonali, Fernandes, Maddison, all with their heads up, looking quite decent right now, as long as we don't get injuries yet. Big up Aussie, and still need more leaders of men in the side. Still excited for next season. I expect third with an FA Cup or Carabao Cup as a bare minimum. Wow. That is a lot to expect on the first season after finishing 17th twice.
It doesn't matter when
and a cup.
Oh, you got to get this. You got to get this out your head that we finished 17th, right? A lot of things went against us last year, right? We've upgraded our squad massively, and we're going to upgrade more. So you've got to forget where we finished, right? It's going to be a different looking team, a different looking squad, a different manager. So you've got to forget that 17th out your head. That doesn't matter now. It's been and gone.
I get that, Jimbo, but I just think a minimum of third and a cup is an unrealistic expectation.
Fuck that, Ange. I'm looking at winning the fucking Premier League and both cups. Fuck that.
Jim thinks we're winning the Champions League and we're not even in it. That's how deluded he is.
I've backed us to win the league and I've backed us to finish in the top 4, right? Edging me bets. I don't give a shit what anyone says about me. They can fucking ridicule me as much as they like. We're going to win the league. We're going to try our hardest to win that league. You think De Zerbi's come in, right, to finish 4th or 5th? No, he wants to win it. Of course he wants to win it. So I'm getting behind him and I'm fucking right and all. I can be as delusional as I want. We're winning the league.
Finished?
Yes.
Look, we could quite easily get a cup. We could quite easily
win the league.
Finish in the top 4. Well, not quite easily. Harry Redknapp's tipping us to finish in the top 5. I just think when you say, what was it he put at the end? As a bare minimum, you're putting so much pressure on De Zerbi in the club, because then what if you don't get third and a cup? Are you going to be De Zerbi out? You know, I just think that's such a lot.
Of course not. Of course you. Why would you be like that? Why? It's because you want aspirations for your team to win the league, right? There's nothing wrong with that.
It's not. No. You're missing the point. It's not aspirations, right? Because I want us to win the league. It's when you say if we don't get top 3 as a bare minimum, you're not going to be happy. And a cup. I just think that's too much expectation. If you say if we get top 3 in a cup, I'll be over the moon. That's where I'm hoping for. But say I want that or I'm going to be disappointed is too much.
Have I said I'll be disappointed?
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Ange. Don't be so para. Dan said, I'm not bothered if we don't win a trophy, but I want to see a big jump in the league. I want top 4. My head's saying top 6. Exactly the same as me. But Man United got third. There's a hell of a lot of teams in Europe this year. It could happen.
If I remember right, I think weren't Leicester 17th and then went on the next season to win the league. So what the fuck? We can fucking win it.
Honestly, you drive me mad. Optimistic as always, Jimbo. I love that. Sonny says if we get 3 new forwards, I want top 5. Is that Champions League? Yes, it is. Liverpool new manager, Man City new manager, Chelsea new manager, but Chelsea no Europe too. They will be good. We can take it. We can.
Look, you've got to look. Right, we're going to play 1 game a week. Right, we can concentrate on that 1 game a week. Right, with a really strong squad. Why not? Why can't we go to win the league? I don't think it's ambitious. Go and fucking try and win it 1 game a week. They'll be playing in what's it called in Europe. Yeah, it makes a difference. They'll be playing Wednesday, Saturday or Sunday, Thursday, Sunday. We'll be playing 1 game. 1 game. Just go and put everything in that 1 game to win every single time you play that league game to win it. Why can't we be up there? Why not?
I believe we can finish in the Champions League spots, but that's as far as I'm going at the minute. Because A, we don't know what other business we're doing, and B, we don't know what other business other clubs are doing. But we will do, just before the start of the season, we will do our predictions as we always do on what we expect from this season, top fours, who we think is going to win the league, win the cups. Because we were completely wrong last year, as usual. But hey, Spurs has not won an FA Cup since '82. Yeah, it was only 4. Bloody hell. I don't think De Zerbi will feel pressured by Jimbo.
Exactly.
Spurs winning the league's a bit ambitious.
It's not Carl.
Agree.
I don't think so. I think that we've got one game a week. We can put everything in that game, right, and just worry about winning that game every Saturday or if it was Sunday, whatever, and we can be up there fighting for the title. I'm convinced. If they do good business on that front line, I'm convinced we can try and get that fucking first place.
Coover says, I'm not going to get carried away with ambition. Any number one finish in the league is acceptable. After 2 years of 17th, I just want a stress-free season. I want a stress-free life as well. That would be nice. I love my Jimbo. Jimbo only loves me, says Danny K. Who knows? The Donkeys won it last year. Yeah. I want to see the club move back up and progress every window with new good players and players wanting to play for Spurs. I want to be able to put Spurs players in my fantasy Premier League team. That's so true. That's so true. 1.8 games per 1.8 points per game gets you 4th historically. If we win the league, I think we ought to owe Jim a free air conditioning unit. I think Jim owes me a free air conditioning unit for being hormonal, menopausal, and in the middle of a heat wave. Oh yeah, we did win the FA Cup in '91. When the year ends in 1. Do you know what? When I said I was 4, I was thinking, but I remember it so well. I was 13, yeah. Echoes of glory. If people forgotten, aim for the top always. It's better to fail aiming high than to succeed aiming low. And we of Spurs have set our sights very high, so high, in fact, that even in failure, there will be an echo of glory. I've got that tattoo right there or there. There. Good old Bill Nick. We haven't won 3 on the trot for 3 seasons. That'll change. That'll change. What's this? Let's all get Jim tattooed on us if we win the league. Well, Jimbo and I both got Europa League tattoos when we won the Europa League. So why not? Let's all get Jim tattooed on us if we win the league. Why not? Most players don't support the team they play for, but my Spanish team, Athletic Bilbao, only have Basque-born players. True sport integrity. Love it. Paul Stewart, legend. Nice one, Kate. Proud of you. Yes, for knowing the quote. It is there. Good old Billy Nick. What a ledge. Kate forgot Paul Stewart unsub. Sorry. God bless you, Paul Stewart. Do you know what? He needs to come on the show. He did say come on, and then I have never, ever messaged him with a day. But I will get him on in the upcoming season. There, I made a promise. There's a couple who said they'd come on. Paul Stewart was one. Graham Roberts was the other. And there was one more. Sorry, I'm writing it down so I don't forget to chase him up. I think it might have been David Howes who said he might come on as well. But I'm getting onto it. I shall get Paul Stewart on first because he said he would be more than happy to come on. So it might be good to find out what he makes of transfer business so far, etc. I've always admired that about them. One of the few clubs in the world that can always sing is one of our own. Not Spurs related, but who have you got winning tonight, Spain or Belgium? Spain for me. Jim?
I've got a feeling Belgium might beat Spain.
Ooh.
They've been nicking 1-0 Spain, haven't they? I've got a feeling Belgium might beat them. I'm going to say Belgium.
Well, there you go. Jimbo and I, as usual, disagree. I think Spain nick it. I watched Paul Stewart and Mickey Hazard live. Howes too. I think I did as well. I definitely saw David
I
Howes
definitely did.
and Paul Stewart live. I think it must have been Mickey Hazard as well. Who's Graham Roberts? I'm just not even going to answer that question. I think if Paul Stewart come on the coffee company, I think he might run scared. Yeah, with your shrine, he may be a little bit freaked. Sporting Spurs since 77. Too many disappointments. Hope all can change coming next May. We can all hope. It's the hope that kills us. Sonny says Hazard had a touch like Hoddle to me. Very good with both feet. It's Jimbo's favourite ever player.
I loved him.
And I've got to say it again, one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. His whole family, his sister as well. Such a beautiful family. But Mickey will come on again, I'm sure. He's just so busy with the charity, bless him. I don't like to keep asking him because I know he's busy. Paul Stewart, top guy, went through a lot in his career. Yeah, obviously it come out about sexual abuse that he suffered as well. But ever such a nice guy. Time Tom's out for 10 seconds to think about what he did. Jimbo, obviously not going to go much longer because I am sweating. But England tomorrow, quarterfinals, 10 p.m. kickoff. I know someone asked if we're going to do a watch along. Listen, I'm not going to say I am or I'm not. Probably not, because A, loads of people seem to be doing World Cup watch alongs, and B, at 10 o'clock at night, if it's like this, I will just be, I mean, anyone who watched Last Word on Spurs last night will know I was an absolute mess. I was so hot. I literally had to jump in the shower as soon as we finished. But there's a possibility I might suddenly think, sorry, I'll do a watch along.
At 10 o'clock at night?
Yeah.
I won't be doing it. I'll be watching the game.
Well, I'll be watching the game while I'm doing a watch along.
Yeah, I'll be engrossed.
Will you watch it down or up?
It depends on you what you do. If you do,
well, the chances are I probably won't do a watch along anyway. But in the coming season, next year, I am going to do more watch alongs for sure for the Tottenham games. And there'll be pre-match shows on here. There'll be post-match shows on here. What I'd like is if people have got any suggestions of what they'd like to see on the channel, to maybe I might put a section on the channel page under posts and ask for any suggestions, because we want to mix it up a bit this year, do things a little bit different, shows wise. So it'd be interesting to see if there's anything you think, do you know what, no one does that, or I'd love it if they did that, and let us know, because if we can do it, we'll do it, because guys, it's you that watch it at the end of the day. Hoddle Waddle Diamond Lights, what a tune, bloody hell. Mm-hmm. Hazard was Chelsea, never Chelsea. He didn't want to go there. If you watched him when he was on our show, he said it. He didn't ever really want to go there, and he said, to be fair,
he was kind of forced to go there.
And he said they were lovely to him, but he wanted to stay at Spurs for his whole career. It's so
told
sad.
him if he didn't go, he wasn't going to be played.
Mm.
And that's not out of my mouth. That's out of Mickey's mouth.
Yeah, if you look, there's a Lunch with a Legend show that we did with him, and he speaks very openly about it. And it's quite sad because he never ever wanted to go there. But what do you do? I used to pretend I was him, I swear to God, in the park playing football with my pals. Cute. Glenn Hoddle. They're saying Anne Widdecombe was murdered. What? What? Is this a joke? Is this a joke? Oh my God. She has. She's died, and they've launched an investigation, a murder inquiry. Wow. I thought you was joking.
Oh, well, I don't think you'd joke about that, darling, but it was just out of the blue that called me.
I actually really liked her. She made me crease up on Strictly, but wow. We were all hot mess. We all used to pretend we were players growing up. Letitia too. Oh, what? He never scored a normal goal, did he?
He was brilliant, wasn't he?
What a player. I'll be watching in the pub. That's the thing as well. If you do a watch along, and there's not many people in, I don't know if I will, to be honest.
I think it's a bit late for you, Kate.
Yeah, probably. And the other thing is, of course, I certainly, if England get to the final, I won't be doing one because it's a 45-minute halftime show. So you end up doing 90 minutes plus another 45 plus extra time and
that's a
possible
bit.
overtime. It's craziness. Hoddle's the best ever. Mickey Hazard always says that. Spain are unbeaten in the last 11 meetings with Belgium in all competitions, winning each of the last 5. Yeah, I think Spain do it. We might do one for the North London derby. We're going to try and go to a few games next season. Eden Hazard was Chelsea. Mickey Hazard was Tottenham, and he played at Chelsea. I don't know if you're joking, Tom. If you don't know who Mickey Hazard is and Graham Roberts, I don't even know what to say to you as a Tottenham fan. I literally don't know what to say to you. Past heroes, Kay. I used to get good views on my now banned Facebook page when doing profiles of ex-players. People love nostalgia. Oh, that's a good idea, Cooves. That's a very good idea. A past heroes show. Past. Obviously, Jim will probably remember more old players than me, but we can still have a look and get some clips maybe to use. I have written that down, Cooves. That's a good idea. The fans wanted Hoddle and Hazard to play together. The managers wanted one or the other. Yeah, Mickey always says, didn't he?
Yeah. But if you watch the games where they played together, they always played well.
Yeah. You tell him, Jimbo, proper Spurs fan. Oh, Tom, I thought I was going to have to smack your bum, to be fair. What's your prediction, Jimbo, for England-Norway?
Well, I'm kind of edging towards 3-0, but I think maybe 3-1. But I'm not sure.
Norway?
No, to England, you silly cow, right? But I don't think. I'm not sure what's his name's going to score.
What's his name? Haaland?
Yeah, Haaland. I don't think he'd be him to score if they score. But 3-0, 3-1.
Well, you got to say one or the other.
Why?
Because I'm writing it down.
It's not for points, is it? On prizes.
I'm writing it down for receipts.
Can they? I'll go 3-0.
If I was petty now, I'd go for 3-1. But I'm not petty. I'm going to go for 2-2. England to win it in extra time. Please don't go to penalties. Yeah. Jimbo, do you remember Martin Chivers?
Yeah. Well, look. When I was a kid, and we saw
during the war,
Jimmy Greaves and Black and White, and I kind of remember them games as a kid. Some of them stick out. When I was in boarding school and we used to watch Match of the Day, some of them kind of games kind of stick out. I remember seeing George Best play for Fulham. I went to a Tottenham Fulham game and George Best was playing for Fulham, and I remember that. I don't remember. There's stuff I have forgot. Obviously, I think it's because of my age. But, I mean, if you'd have spoke to me 20 years ago, it was so much I remembered. And people bring things up and I think, shit, I forgot all about that. But, yeah, I mean, I've seen most of the old boys play. Greavesy. I was just a kid, small.
Oh, you finished, sorry.
Yeah.
Dave Mackay was my favourite. Obviously, I've seen clips before my time. Even Maradona knew to give the ball to Hoddle. Row, 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 row. Come on, Norway. Spain's last game was hard watch. Used to love Timothy Atuba. 2-1 England, says Benji. Steve Archibald. Who's the one you met, Jim?
Oh, Steve Archibald and what's his name? See, my memory's gone. It's shot to what it used to be. Black fella used to play alongside him.
Garth Crooks.
Yeah. What days they were, Garth Crooks. The guy who does the radio. What's his name? Man who was just ill on
Alan
Talksport.
Brazil.
Alan Brazil. See, I remember all them. What did you say? Which one? No, Keith Birkinshaw. He presented. We won the league with the kids when I was a kid. We won the league. The team I played for, and he presented us with our medals. Oh, you seen the photos, Kate, didn't you?
Yeah.
I got photos of him presenting me with my winner's medal. And I done a 24-hour. I was in goal and indoor, right, 6-a-side. I done a 24-hour for charity when I was a kid, and the Arsenal guy, what was his name? Shit, massive Arsenal player. I can't remember his name. Back in the 70s, he done the 24 hours with us. I can't come to me his name, but he done the whole 24-hour. It was for a charity that he was involved with.
Norway to win 2-1, Viking Army. I can't lose my ancestors from both countries. Big up Coobs. We will cane them. Norway, they will beat us. I like it. Simo, I like it. I like it. 2-1 Norway, says Marianne. I'm only joking, Fiona. You're as old as you feel. Martin Peters and his wife Jenny threw me out their pub. There's a claim to fame. Big up Craig Fenner with a super chat. Say, do as you're told, Jim. Don't wake the beast. Exactly, Craig. Thank you for the super chat. Very kind. England win 3-1. Jimbo's so negative. We're winning 6-0. Sorry to be a negative numpty, but I think Norway win 3-2. I also thought England versus Mexico was not great in the sense of Mexico is not a great team on paper, and Jimenez made our defence look bad. I thought that was an incredible game. Maybe we're so starved of England being any good that we just overhype.
It's not that. Look, Dan, you got to look at it that it's a game of football in the World Cup, right? It's a game of football in the World Cup, and you got to get on board with the excitement of it. You know, we did let them in, and it was a close game, but it's just get hyped up in the excitement. Don't worry, we won. That's all that matters. You know, this game could be totally different.
Yeah, Haaland will get a goal.
Well, hang on, read that last one.
I'm 67. I remember every Spurs player, but I can't remember what I did on Monday.
I know. Do you know what? It's weird because I forgot so much stuff about Tottenham. Then when someone starts talking about it, it comes back.
Will Chang be on for the channel? I don't know. We're thinking of changing it up rather than doing the prediction show on a Friday. I don't know yet. We're not sure, are we, Jim?
Well, the thing is, we want to start streaming at different times as well. And
Chang can't do 3 p.m. for a start because it's the middle of the night. And we've originally I was looking to get a YouTuber from each team to do a preview with them, but it's hard to find. Like the first game's is it Brentford?
If the thing is, if you have regular people on, right, and you get a set time, that kind of bogs us down. Where if we need to change the time, and we are during the next season, we're going to be doing a lot more. So Chang will be on the channel without any doubt. We will be bringing him on, but it probably won't be in a regular slot. We probably won't have anybody on as a regular slot. We just have them on as and when.
It's not Charlie Nicholas, is it? No, he was more 80s, wasn't he? You said about the Arsenal player.
No, it was. I'll look it up. Hang on.
Big up to Carl, absolute legend with a £10 super sticker saying number one fan. Thank you, Carl. You're so kind. Really appreciate all the support. You know, lately there's 55 likes, 82 watching, so that's not a bad return. The subs have been absolutely flying this last couple of weeks, and we're so unbelievably grateful. We are now, I believe, let me just double check before I give out false information, 75 away from 3,000, which is unbelievable. If we can get to 3,000 before the season starts, well, I will definitely do a giveaway. For sure, we will do a giveaway if we can get to 3,000.
David O'Leary.
Oh, David O'Leary, I like him. We're the only
he
one in
done-
our street as well, Dan.
he done the whole thing with us. I was only a kid. I was really young, but it was exciting because he was a massive name. So for us kids, it was like a big deal.
Adam Gill says, met the big Teddy Sheringham when won with mighty Enfield Spartans as a 9-year-old. Then met him about 2 weeks later in McDonald's in Chingford when with his son Charlie remembered me, made my year. That was like when we met Take That, and 2 years later they bloody remembered Jimbo, didn't remember me, and I've been following them for 30 bleeding years. Something very wrong there. Big up Cookie, says afternoon Kate and Jim, England 3-2 win, worried about players on yellows and officials from teams that are still in it. Yeah, there's definitely some severe corruption going on. Yeah, I saw that. A lot of the Spurs players are back today. The first game I went to was Luton Millwall. I got so scared as a 6-year-old I decided to support Spurs. So from 85 is how long I've supported Spurs. I think I've supported Spurs from about 83. I was about 5. I think I was 6 when I went to the first game. So big up Burgundian, says, always enjoy your shows. Thank you so much. Very, very kind. If anyone's ill under the weather, get M&S chicken broth, vegetable soup and Huel drink. I thought I was going to die 2 days ago. Been on this since, feeling much better. Listen, if it's from M&S, it's good. They do this new thing in M&S. If you go in there, go to the section where they have the sandwiches, and they do these pots about this big, and they're cucumber slices. And they do one with a spicy mayo and one with, it's kind of like a chivy mayo. You literally pour the thing off, put the sauce in and shake it up, and these cucumber slices. Oh my God, they are heavenly. And I've got to be honest and say, I tried their new sandwich, which is like the chocolate bread, it looks like, with strawberries and cream and Dubai chocolate. Oh my God, amazing. Just going to put that out there. You cannot go wrong. M&S, if you're watching, please do sponsor me, because I will big you up every time. And I would happily take freebies. Best players ever: Maradona, Romario, R9, Van Basten and Hoddle. World class is banded about too easily. What's your top 5? Well, my favourite player of all time is Ronaldinho. I love him. He made me fall in love with football in general. Top 5 favourite players of all time. That's really difficult. Jimbo, you got any ideas?
Yeah, right. As much as I hate to say it, probably my favourite player of all time, not being Spurs, is George Best. But I loved Maradona, even though he did the hand of God. What a player to watch! He was just unbelievable. He was unbelievable to watch. What?
I couldn't name 5. It'd take me too long to do it. But my favourite player of all time is 1,000,000% Ronaldinho, without even thinking about it. I would love to have seen George Best.
He did things that were just you thought was impossible to do, and he would do it after being out all night in a nightclub, and then go and play football, and still mug everyone off. He was just phenomenal. Gascoigne, another one. I do like a bit of a rebel footballer, because it's like it was in them days. You know, it's different now. I mean, they can't blow their nose without being photographed. But in them days, it was kind of a bit different. But Gascoigne, what a player!
Do you know what? As much as it pains me to say this, I'd probably put Bergkamp in my top 5. I thought he was sensational.
He was another player that did things that you just thought, how did he do that?
Yeah.
So many great players out there over the years.
Yeah, there are. There are.
You got to put Messi in there. You got to put Ronaldo in there. I mean, Messi, for me, he defies some of the things he's done with a football. You think, how did he ever do it? You know, and even at the age of 39, he's still doing it. The goal he scored the other day was just to get them level for 2-2 was just brilliant. And he's 39 years old.
Yeah, Hoddle was a sensational player. There's just so many.
Mickey Hazard, I loved him as a footballer.
Yeah. Ginola. Oh my God, Ginola's going to be up there for me as well. What a player. It's hard because when you say what are your favourite players, I automatically think of Spurs players that I've seen. But like I say, Bergkamp for me was, I would rather watch him than Thierry Henry, if I'm honest. I much preferred Bergkamp. I thought he was sensational, but they had such a brilliant team. They had Overmars. Who's the one? Freddie Ljungberg. They had such great players back in them days. Arsenal, unbelievable team. Gascoigne had a bad pass. He speaks about it on the Andrew Gold video on YouTube. It's so sad what he had to go through, and because mental health back then was not a thing. Yeah, I mean, it is sad. Jimbo's had a terrible past, and he's also gone through addiction and come out the other side. It frustrates me about Gazza is he's had so many opportunities for help, but he doesn't do it. And I'm sorry, there's only so much help you can give someone. They've got to want to help themselves.
Yeah, that is a reality, that if you've got any sort of addiction, you can get help, but you need to want to take that help.
Exactly.
And I don't think with Gazza that. I mean, I watched him on something. He was being interviewed with a comedian. Funny enough, I watched it yesterday on YouTube, and he looked quite well, and he looked a lot better than he has done. So maybe he's bucked his ideas up a bit. But what a player, you know. And for me, with addictions, anybody can get caught up in addictions. I don't give a shit who you are. People used to say, because I was addicted to cocaine and I was alcoholic, as most people know, I'm not. I don't hide it. And people used to say that I was the last person on the planet they thought would get mixed up with that. I was a fit fanatic. Used to work out nearly every day. I had a really clean life, never smoked, never drunk. And then a few things happened in my life and everything changed. So it can happen to anybody. That's what I think. So I never, ever condemn anyone for it.
No, I don't either. I've had my own demons and battles without going into it too much as well. It can take hold of people. But like I say, Gaz has had so many opportunities and he just can't seem to keep himself clean. Future says, I'm in recovery for addiction myself, have been for years. The hardest thing I've ever had to fight because you're at war with your own mind. It's horrific, but clean and sober by the grace of God. Yeah, I mean, Jimbo now has been clean for 20 years this year, which is
it 20 years?
Yeah, this year. But well done to you, Future. Incredible.
I never counted the days, did I, Kate? And I never counted the weeks. I never counted the months. I just said that I will stay clean, and nothing will ever make me go back to that life. And I didn't have a clue it was 20 years.
Well, I was pregnant with Wills. That's how you know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
and he's 20 this year, so it was when I was pregnant. So this is so true. I've never met a dull addict in my life. Some of the nicest, intelligent people you'll ever meet. And you know what? You'll find as well, they're some of the most open people because they're not ashamed of it. Because no one should be ashamed of it because it can grab anyone, as I know, as Jim knows. And it builds your character to be that strong to come out the other side. I've got so much admiration for anyone who gets over it.
I don't think it's nothing to be. It's nothing to be ashamed of. You know, different things happen in people's different lives. It takes them down a different road, and for whatever reason, whatever the thing is that took them down that road, not everyone's got a perfect life. And everybody's got a story. I mean, I bet there's not one person watching this show that hasn't got a story of hard luck or something that's happened to them. So, you know, it happens to people. And if you're strong enough, you come out the other side.
That's it. Futures one day at a time. That's exactly right. It's so hard staying clean. Big up. Well done, Jimbo. And well done to you. I now only drink at the weekend. Well done to
Yeah,
you.
see, the thing is with me is I can have a beer, and I was a really bad alcoholic. I mean, I was drinking a few bottles a day, neat, of vodka and other stuff as well. But I can have a beer, and I can have one beer, maybe. Say I had half a lager shandy yesterday, but I might not have another drink for a month. I mean, I've got beers in the fridge that have been in there. How long have they been in there? And I haven't even had one yet. But
Months and months and months.
I'll probably have one tomorrow when I watch the football. But then I might not have another drink for weeks and weeks and weeks. So I'm lucky that I've got the type of strength where I can do that. But some people can't do that. They have one drink and they go back to it.
Not to turn this into a mental health show, but I had a problem with gambling. I think I've said it on the channel once before, and it's only when it's been nearly 3 years since I've gambled now. I've had counselling and stuff, but it's only when you start, you see how much it's everywhere. You've only got to watch the football, and every single advert is telling you to gamble. It is literally everywhere. And let me tell you, Jimbo, well, he didn't know anything about it. I kept it completely secret.
Never had a clue.
It can completely destroy your life, exactly the same as cocaine, drugs, but everyone's got a weakness, I suppose. And it's coming out the other end. That's the most important thing. So, we've got an email. Everyone knows they can always reach out to us because we've both been through things, and we'll always listen without judgment. But Kuva says, I gave up all my vices years ago. Food's the only one left because I can't quit it, and it's the only thing that likely will kill me in the end with diabetes. Do you know what, Kuva? Jimbo, me and Jim have been on a diet. Both lost over a stone now, and Jim's diabetic reading has gone down by 20 again. So he's done unbelievable. So it can be done.
Well,
they were
taking blood off me. I think it was every month to 6 weeks, and my last reading was so low. They said they don't need to see me for 6 months. Just keep doing what you're doing. So well done, Tom. Excellent. See, look, people are saying in here now, and it just shows everybody has got a story, and it's just the way life is.
I think it's 3 years, October, November time for me this year. So, afternoon to you, Paul G. Good to see you, my friend.
Right, Paul.
For me, big up Future saying, for me, it's about giving back. Would love to start a channel about addiction and mental health as they go hand in hand. Addiction, whether it's drink, drugs, sex, gambling, same horse, different jockey. Look, we normally do mental health shows. We haven't done one for a while, but we will start doing them again because they're always so popular. And it's amazing, like Jim said, when you start talking to people, how many people have got stories. A lot of people would never have put Jim down to have been the person that, if you knew Jim 25 years ago, you wouldn't think it's the same guy. People would say, like Jim even said, the last person I ever thought would get addicted to gambling would be me. But it's I don't know how to explain it. I can't explain how it happened. It just happened. I drink too much, a couple of other substances too. You're right, Jim. Everyone's got a story, like you say, mate, especially when you've got responsibilities too, like other people to look after. Absolutely.
I mean, look, life's tough. And a lot of people, and there's a lot of people have got a lot of pressure. But one thing that the addictions did for me when I stopped, it stopped me stressing. I stopped stressing about stuff. I didn't worry about money. I used to say to Kate, something could always turn up, and it always did, And I kind of changed my attitude towards life because I think I'm lucky to be alive. That's how bad I was. I mean, Kate would tell you that. The doctors told me, if you keep going, you've got 6 months left. If you keep going like you're going. And it kind of switched something in my head, and I really chilled.
That's so true. Imagine saying to a drug addict, when the fun stops, stop. That's so true, like they do with gambling. Look, Future, I'm going to start scheduling in our mental health catch-up check-ins, whatever we're going to call them. you are more than welcome to come on with us. We've had so many people come on and share their stories, and it's a safe space. And it's funny because we're so proud of it, and yet we haven't done it for a while, which is my bad, really. But I always find it kind of quite triggering. Like even now, I can feel myself getting quite triggered by talking about it. But when you hear other people's stories, so I'm going to schedule one in for next week, Future, and you are welcome to come on and speak. Look, I've never felt more ashamed in my life, and I still feel it to this day.
Yeah, look.
But I can't change what has happened. All I can do.
Am I ashamed of you? Am I ashamed of you?
No.
I've always said how well you've done. I mean, it's just something that grabbed you, you know, and it did affect our lives, I suppose, quite big. But you're a great person, and it's just something that caught hold of you, and it doesn't matter. You went for it. You've done absolutely brilliant. The thing that pisses me off is that Kate, when it all come out, obviously I stuck by her because I love her to bits. But she cut herself off from every gambling channel, right? I don't know, what was it you did?
GamStop.
Yeah, so she couldn't go on there, and she had not therapy, what do they call it? Counselling. But then she gets emails all the time, right? And she's always honest and shows me every time. She gets emails from companies, gambling companies, saying that if you're on GamStop, it doesn't matter, you still could come on our channel and gamble, which is fucking diabolical. That they should be shut down for doing that, because there's so many people out there. If you look, right, at adverts on YouTube, oh no, not on the. I don't think I see them on YouTube. On TV, on in between the programs, there's gambling, enticing you to gamble. So for them to be, when people put them restrictions on themselves, they shouldn't be allowed to send them emails enticing them to gamble. You know, how many people commit suicide over addictions? It's fucking terrible.
Yeah, I agree. I've currently got a £500 a week cocaine habit. Carl, again, feel free to reach out or come on our show. I mean, Jimbo had a terrible cocaine habit, horrendous, didn't you, Jimbo? And
the thing was, Cole, I had the money. I didn't have to borrow or steal. I had quite a lot of money, so I had the money to feed the habit. And it's a terrible habit, because it's cocaine is something that you tell yourself, yeah, I'll stop tomorrow, but you never do. And you say, I'll stop tomorrow, and you never do. And you think, oh, one more line, but that one line never stops, you know. And it's something that you have to stop completely. You can't have one line, because that one line goes on to two lines. It's a terrible drug. It's not. People say it's a recreational drug. No, it's not.
No, it's not. Yeah. Like you say, everyone's got a story, you know. That's why I don't judge anybody. I try not to judge anybody at all. I'd absolutely love to, Kate. I have a lot to offer people suffering like we do. I'd love that. Listen, I'm going to schedule it in for next week, or you can reach out to me, just thegirlwholovespurs@gmail.com. The only thing I ask is if you would have your camera on, even if it's just in the back room, so we can see that you're not going to do anything outrageous on the channel, and then you're more than welcome. And I agree with this as well. It really affected my mental health last year as well. Really, really badly. Football. Drug-free for 30 years, but a very rare J or two with friends. 18 years smoke and drink-free by the occasional, which can be many years between, and been to the pub once in 15 years. It's doable. Of course it is. And it's doable, especially if you've got people to talk to. I went for a stage where I contemplated doing something really stupid, because I felt like I was in a hopeless situation. And although when it all came out, it was horrendous, and I've never felt like the shame and everything else, but the relief that I could finally be honest was unbelievable.
Yeah, and you're lucky. You had me, and I'm not trying to blow my own trumpet, but you know that I would always have your back. That no matter what, I would never do anything but support you and have your back, even though it did hurt. But at the end of the day, I did plenty to hurt you when years and years ago. So it's just you stick by each other. But look, Kova, when you say about having a J, right? By the fucking things I read, I think the more people should have a J. I'm going to say that because a joint.
Oh, yeah, nothing wrong with that.
They're saying it's good for cancer. It's good for this, good for that. I was reading about it the other day that they reckon it's one of the best medicines you can fucking have.
Yeah.
But they know that people have had cancer and started smoking joints, and it's cleared up their cancer. But as long as it don't lead on to other stuff. That's the thing.
Exactly. There's our email. Anyone, it always, our email's always open, and we will always reply. 100%. And yeah, that's the motto in it. One day at a time. That's all you can do. Look at you two now. You're a credit to each other. Listen, what don't kill you makes you stronger. And everything we've been through has always made us stronger. And yeah, you've just got to have someone to talk to, even if it's not someone you know. You know, although you know us, do you know what I mean? Not someone in your family. As long as you've got someone to talk to. Go on, Jimbo.
I was going to say, read Paul G's out.
Yeah, I stopped gambling 7 years ago now. The realisation was my missus saw my bank statements and woke me up. I was in denial. It was her or the gambling. I know what I chose.
Yeah.
I kind of said that to Jim. I said, I can't do this. When he was in the midst of his addiction, I was pregnant with William. We'd lost a baby previously. And I said, I can't do it, Jim. I won't bring a child into this. I can't. And he threw all his drugs and drink away, and he's never touched it to this day. Ever. So it is possible. It is possible. Targeting someone with an addiction like that is criminal. I used to work in the bingo hall down here. One day a lad put his rent into a machine, lost it all. Found out a few weeks later he died. Do you know what? It's shocking. Gambling is so overlooked in this country, and it is such.
Look, it's pushed too much. It's everywhere you look. Right, it's just everywhere you look. You know, I get emails all the time from gambling companies. You know, offering you if you come on and deposit £20, we give you £100 to £100 to gamble free, and it's like, what the fuck? They're enticing you in. You know, it's terrible the way that they try and entice people in. And for them to be sending you emails, Kate, after you've took yourself off of everything, saying that it doesn't matter that you're on stop, whatever it's called, you can come onto our site. It's criminal.
After giving up drugs, losing teeth, and giving weed up, I wish I could afford new teeth because it affects confidence and feel like I can't smile. Can't you get it on the NHS, Dan? But do you know what? And he said that's why I never come on a channel. You could always come on here with your camera off. Listen, I get it that you're camera shy. If you come in the camera on in the back room so we can talk to you, just so I can see your face, and then when you actually come on the screen, you can turn your camera off. It's fine, but it's just I have to know that I can put a face to the name. Look, like I say, I'm going to start doing our mental health one. This has just shown me that we need to do one. Because this has gone in a completely different direction to where I thought this stream would go. And that's what I love about this channel, because you never know what you're going to get. So we will start doing them again. I wish I could cure my cancer. Bless you. I think MJ should be compulsory, Jimbo. Violent crime rates down, pizza sales up. Yeah. I get medical cannabis, got grape cookies from Canada today, and got spirit bear fruit Sunday. Look up CB1 clinic. You have to pay, but it's proper nice. Listen, I'm not. All I can say is it definitely helps fibromyalgia. Very similar to me, Jimbo. It's the same with my smoking. I was bad on the joints for a bit. Soon as my missus got pregnant, I stopped. Haven't had one since 9 years. Good for you. Well done to
Paul.
you. I feel for you, but going through a lot of painful shit gives you amazing insight and experience to pass on to others. Yeah, I mean, Cougar's come on this channel before and spoken about his story. He had me in tears. Incredible. When you hear other people's battles and what they've gone through, I've got so much respect for everyone who's sharing their stories in here. It just, I'm so, that's the thing I'm most proud of with this channel, that people feel this is a safe space where they can share what they've gone through. Unbelievable. Go on, Jim, sorry.
No, it's the thing that you sit here like, I mean, I've been through a lot. You know that, Kate, as a kid, I went through some bad shit. And then when I got older, I sorted myself out. And then I went through it again. It was like a midlife crisis and come out the other side. But you sit here, and I don't ever sit here and think, you know, that there's not other people with problems, because I'm telling you now, 9 people out of 10 that you talk to have got something in their life that's affected them massively, and it's just the way it is. You know, it's not many people that haven't had a problem or got some sort of problem in their life, you know, but a lot of people won't talk about it until maybe you get talking to them, and they won't just come out with it. But you could be talking to someone in the chat every day and not have a fucking clue what's going on in the background in their life. You know, that's why I always say that when you go onto a stream like this, just be nice to people, because you never know what's happening in their life. You don't, you know. And
that's why we always try and keep it upbeat as well. And
that's why we don't have dickheads in here, right? That want to start shit and moan and grizzle, and because you could push someone over the edge, you know, by just being horrible to them online. And that's why when people come in this room, we want them to be a nice place for them to come. That's why we stream on Christmas Day. That's why we stream on New Year's Day, right? New Year's Eve.
Yeah,
and Christmas Day, for the people that have got not much in their life or have got bad things happening. It gives them an outlet on them days, you know, because them days, if you're on your own, it's a horrible time to be on your own.
We've had so many people on Christmas Day come in and say, you're the only person I spoke to over Christmas, haven't we?
Yeah.
And it's nice for us as well, because it's just like sitting with your mates in the pub. That's why I always think of this channel. So, but yeah, we just like to give something back. Yeah, this is what I mean. The only way to do it is to go to GamStop. You put in all your email addresses, and I can't access any gambling site at all. But they keep texting me with new ones that have bypassed it. But I do always delete them and report them straight away. But it's not easy. It's just really not easy.
Well, any addiction, they say with any addiction, right? You can always get drawn back into it. I don't actually think I can, because I'm maybe because I'm a bit older and I know what I would lose. But maybe when I was younger, I would have done. You know, I mean, if someone put a line of cocaine on the table, I'd blow it off. So, but it's, you've got to be strong with an addiction, you know, because they say it's always there.
Yeah. We are real people, and we don't judge, because why would we judge? No one knows what anyone is going through at any point in their life. And you cannot say when people judge people for being addicts, literally, that is my big bugbear, because it is an illness. I don't care what anyone says, it is an illness. So there's never any judgment here.
Ever.
I wouldn't have it any other way. My life experiences have made me strong and able to help others. Nothing better in the world than helping someone else. I feel like that's my mission in life, my purpose. Brilliant comment. Kuva says, the mental health streams will always be relevant, Kate. It's great that more and more people feel able to talk about what has always been a taboo. Massive respect. It needs to be the norm. I'm going to start, I think we should start a regular one, Jim, whether we do it every 2 weeks, or I mean, I don't know what people want. Maybe every 2 weeks, every other Wednesday, perhaps we'll do a mental health stream.
I'll do it. You know me, Kate. I'll do it whenever you want.
Yeah.
Do you know the funny thing is, just let me tell them, I wanted to be a counsellor, right? After my addictions, I got talking to this copper, because we had a shop, and I said to him I'd really like to become a counsellor, and he gave me a load of information and people to get in touch with, and they wouldn't let me be a counsellor because of my addictions, the addictions I had, and I just think that is just mental. I mean, if you've had addictions and got over them, ain't you one of the best type of people to talk to people?
Yeah, exactly.
And
I've had two emails. I've had two emails while we've been streaming. One from Future and one from someone I don't know who it is because they've put their real name. Obviously, I'm not going to say what it is. But thank you for the emails. I will look at them properly when we're finished. But yeah, and thank you for the super chat, Future. Great stream today. Every other Wednesday, that's the new thing. Every other Wednesday, we will do a mental health check-in show at 3 p.m. So do make sure you come in because these shows are important, more important than talking about Tottenham, to be fair, in the grand scheme of things. Apart from supporting Spurs, your thoughts for others are why I love your channel in the chat who follow it. Thank you, Clay. Yeah, it does feel good to help others, 100%.
Yeah, brilliant.
The worst thing is if you sign up for GamStop, the crypto sites still allow you on. I've been fortunate enough to be strong and not be tempted. So seek help if needed, guys. Temptation is the devil. Yeah, 100%. Big up Spurs, GCTV. How are you, Graham? YouTube member. Good to see you, my friend. Don't be ashamed to get help. Whatever your problems, get advice. Absolutely. Or just reach out to someone. Samaritans, us, whatever. This is why Legend on the Bench is so important to us because it's a suicide prevention and mental health awareness charity, which is so close to our heart. We had someone we know killed themselves because they were in money troubles. You know what I mean? So never, ever feel like you're on your own. Marianne says, thank you for being such wonderful, warm and understanding people. Thank you. Do it, Jimbo. I did it when I was raising my daughters. They need good counsellors, Jim. You'd be great. Do you know what? He would. They're so missing out. But do you know what? I also think doing this is the best part for me of this whole channel. And I mean that. I've always said it. Being open and hearing other people's stories. And I normally end up in tears on mental health streams because I'm always an emotional wreck. But Jimbo is brilliant. Brian Daigle, Ben, Kuva. There's so many wonderful people in the community that will always help. So, you know, there's Kuva, Bobby Kay were incredible with me when I was coming out of my gambling addiction. They were both wonderful. There's so many good people in this community. So should we start it next week? 3 o'clock?
Yeah, whenever. You know, yeah. I'm happy to do it whenever. And do you know what? I've got to say that our son is the most sensible, rounded person probably that I've ever met. Yeah. And I think to myself, me as his dad, Kate as his mum, has that ever happened?
I know.
He's so sensible and grounded and unbelievable. Maybe he looks at us and thinks, I ain't gonna grow up like them.
Yeah, maybe. And never play down your own situation. If it affects you so much, you're on the verge of doing something stupid, the cause doesn't matter. It's the effect it has on you. Mental anguish is the same. Exactly. You might think, oh, but it's pathetic. Why would I feel like there's no way out? But
there's always a way out. And
there's always a way out. And like Kuva says, if it's affecting you, then it's massively important. Don't matter what you think, it's massively important. But go on, Jim, sorry.
Well, I was going to say, if you're going to think of doing something stupid, once you've done it, there's no turning back. Right?
Exactly.
So you're better off to try and get help before you go down and start thinking down that route, because there is always a way out, believe me. 100%. Yeah. There's always a way out, no matter what it is.
You know us, Dan. You've got our numbers, so you can always get in touch with us. So, Ben, are you not doing streaming anymore? Now the new coffee shop's opening. Let us know. Brian Coover, Ben, right at the start when I reached out, was there for me, and then I met others who have helped me also. Just over 3 years ago now, as close to the edge, they saved me. Yeah, this community, for all its faults, and there are people, you know, that we don't get on with, that don't like us, we might not like them, we disagree. There are some absolutely wonderful people in this community.
There's more good. There's a thousand more good people than there is bad people in this community. That's for sure.
When we had our car accident, Jim was really unwell. Ben and Brian were going to jump in the car and drive up to Lincoln to see me because I was hysterical. Then you've got Couva, like saying Bobby Kay, who have been wonderful with my own addiction issues. Steve D is another one who's been incredible. I could go on and on. I literally could go on and on. So never, ever, 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 ever feel like you're on your own, because you are not on your own. It's as easy as that. But there's the email if you do want to reach out to us. But next Wednesday, if you want to come on next Wednesday, maybe the thing to do is to reach out to me or reach out to us on email and tell me, because if I can't just put the link out, I need, because there's only a certain number of people I can have on at a time. And I also, reach out to me if you're interested in coming on next Wednesday and sharing your story with us. If you can't make it this week, 2 weeks' time, there'll be another one. Ben, you've got to do what's right for you. 1,000,000%. Yeah. Right, I'm going to end it there. I feel absolutely exhausted after all that. Big up to Moondog for the super chat. JK for the super sticker. Rob for the gifting 5 memberships. Craig for the super chat. Cole for the super sticker. And Future for the super chat. You're all absolute legends. To everyone that's watched, liked, subbed, all those things. And for most importantly, the chatters who keep the chat going. And for me, it's so open. Future says, thing is, we need the bad people too, just as important as the good. They show us how not to do things, and all we can do is pray for them. There's a lot of mentally ill people out there. I can't hate them. That's such a good way of looking at it. It's such a brilliant way to put it, isn't it, Jim?
Yeah.
It's like everything. Yeah. You need good and bad. You need black and white. You need,
it's too exhausting to hate people.
Yeah, it is. It takes far too much energy. And Kuva's right. If you really want to quit addiction or ease your mental health issues, you can. People do care and there is help, but they can't help if you say nothing. Exactly
right.
Kuva, obviously you'll be welcome on next Wednesday, but I know your health isn't as good as you want it to be. But if you want to come on, you're always welcome. Really enjoyed the show. Like I say, went a completely different direction. I was looking at ending it at 4:05, and then we went onto a mental health stream. But it was well needed and well appreciated. And thanks to everyone who's opened up and been honest. It's so brave. And like Tom said, I needed this today. I think I needed it today as well. You want to know the truth? I feel like I needed it today. Good luck with the new channel. It's going to help a lot of people. It's not a new channel. It's just going to be a new show. It was a show, but we haven't done one for a while.
We've done it for a while.
No need to apologise, Dan. Like I say, I think it was needed, and it's made me realise how important these mental health shows are. I think it's going to be cooler next week, Coops, for what I read. So I'll drop you the link, and if you want to come on, you're welcome. Listen, enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Jimbo's birthday on Sunday. I don't know if we'll be on Sunday, but we will be on Monday.
I lied about my age. I'm not really 64. I'm 58.
69, I reckon you are. Because you always say it's your favourite number. We will be back Monday to review the England game and see what's gone on. Obviously, if there's anything that breaks in between, we will be back. Jimbo, do you want to end the show as only you can?
Well, I think I should end it saying, forget about fourth, right? Spurs are on their way up. Come on. Everybody get on the train and we're going to win the league. 1 game a week. That's what we've got, 1 game a week. We need to put everything into that game. Every single bit of ounce of energy we got. And if we do that, we can be up there fighting for the title. Don't worry about what other teams say. All these other YouTubers from whatever club they support. Why can't we? Why can't we finish number 1? There's no reason we can't. We've got De Zerbi, the players we're bringing in. We're going to bring in a strong front line. It's good for your mental health as well. Believing we're going to win the league. Just believe. All right? Come on, you Spurs.
And come on, England.
I'm watching football.